Good morning. I am so glad you guys are here. Well, as always, this is your practice. Please honor exactly what you need to do today. I am glad you're all here, and let's go ahead and start by lying down. As you come into your space, allow your gaze to soften. As your gaze begins to soften, draw in a nice big full inhale. Exhale, sigh away. One more time, big full breath in. Exhale, slow, deep, full exhale. With these first few breaths and moments, just begin to notice how you arrive into your space. Begin to notice those sounds or sensations that may be calling for your attention. Notice perhaps where your attention may be drawn. Gradually allow the edges of your focus to soften just a little bit and draw your attention a little deeper inward. Begin to notice how your body arrives onto the space today. Notice the physical sensation of the mat underneath you. And soften your focus just a little bit more and check in with your body from head to toe. As you do so, with the next couple of breath cycles, just notice what you notice. Without trying to make anything in particular happen or without seeking anything out in particular, just notice how your physical body feels at this moment. Just observe from a place of compassion, place of non-judgment, non-harming. Gradually draw your attention a little deeper inward and just settle into the rhythm of your breath. Allow your tension to soften. And just allow your breath to be at the center of your mind's eye. Check in with the quality of your inhales and exhales. And I invite for you to place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And gradually allow your breath to deepen. Maybe breathe in a little bit into your belly, your ribs, up to your heart space, and allow your breath to soften through your heart, your ribs, and your belly. And just a few breath cycles with this 3-part breath. Just notice what your breath feels like in these different parts of your body. And see if maybe you can allow your breath to radiate into your entire body. Allow your breath to begin to create space where there may be tension or tightness. And just observe this connection between your breath and your body. As we move through our practice, I invite you to allow this awareness of this connection between your breath and body to be at the center of your attention. Gently float both hands up to your heart. Maybe your palms connect, maybe your hands rest on one another. And from this space around your hands and heart, come into a place that feels a little something like gratitude. And from this place of gratitude, bring to mind one thing that you are grateful for today. And we'll hold this bit of gratitude in our heart as we move through our practice. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead. Just lengthen from fingertips to toes. Maybe stretch from side to side, front and back. Pause for a moment, reach through your feet, hold your right wrist, gently draw your wrist over to the left corner of your mat. So we're just reaching our right arm up and overhead. An option to stay in this space, or maybe walk your feet over to the left corner or edge of your mat. So you look like a big banana on the ground. Allow your breath to fill into the entire right side of your body. Giving our intercostal muscles, the muscles between our rib cage, a bit of a stretch. All the way up to our shoulders. One more nice big full breath in. And as you exhale, come back to center and just pause for a breath, check in with both sides. And we'll shift to the other side. So hold your left wrist, gently draw it towards the upper right corner of your mat. An option to stay, or maybe walk your feet over to the right corner or edge. Find a space between effort and ease and breathe into that space. And gently come back to center. One more big full breath in. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Allow your belly, ribs, and shoulders to soften. And take a knee in each hand and just begin to make some small circles with your knees and hips. And gently reverse, go the other direction. And bring your feet to the mat. Bring your right ankle to your left knee. Gently open up through your right hip. Reach your arms out to a T. Maybe your elbows bend. Maybe your arms are out nice and long. Totally up to you. Just bring a little bit of movement here into your right hip. Maybe rock your knees from side to side. And pause anywhere that needs that little extra attention or support. Maybe begin to incorporate some movement in your head and neck so your gaze goes in the opposite direction of your legs. Just another breath or so, wherever you belong. And come back to center. Option to breathe here for a moment or so, or weave your hands through to your left hamstring and draw your knees into your chest. Just check in with your hips. Check in with the effort in your shoulders. Can you breathe fully here? And release. Bring both feet to the mat. And pause, big full breath. Check in with both sides. And we'll bring our left ankle to our right knee. Use a moment, even out your hips and side waist. Once again, reach your arms either out to the side or bend the elbows. And rock your knees from side to side. One side tends to cooperate a little better than the other, so just check in with any differences here. And just honor it just as it is. Maybe incorporate your gaze here. Maybe your head rocks in the opposite direction of your knees. And just another breath or so. And the next time you find center, we'll pause here. Option to stay or weave your hands through to your right hamstring and hug your knees into your chest. And just another breath or so. And release. Bring both feet back down to the earth. Walk your heels towards your body. Reach your arms down towards your heels. We're going to make some sweeping actions with our arms. Just make sure your path is clear. You don't knock anything over. So allow your palms to face the sky. And as you inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Reach through your fingertips. And then exhale, sweep your arms down by your sides. We're making this sweeping action like we're making snow angels. One more time, just like that. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. And exhale, release. So option to continue in that way, or incorporating some movement in your spine. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your spine as you reach your arms up and overhead. And exhale, lower everything back down to neutral. We'll do that just a couple more times with your breath. At your pace. Option to pause for just a moment at the height of this form. Allow your belly to reach to the sky. Big full inhale, and as you exhale, lower all the way down. Once again, hug your knees into your chest. And we'll use the next breath or so, make your way to a seated position. Just allow your hands to touch down by your sides, allow your shoulders to soften. On your inhale, sweep your arms and gaze up to the sky. As you exhale, twist on over to the right. Reach through your fingertips. Nice long arms. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And twist on over to the left and reach. One more time on each side. And next time you find the center, twist on over to the right, and then just let your hands touch all the way down to the earth. And then pause here. So root through your sit bones, find lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, maybe draw your gaze over your right shoulder. Just allow your breath to be full here. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. And twist on over to the left. Allow your hands just to be means of support, so your arms aren't cranking you in any way. You're just supporting your twist. And on your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, reach your hands forward and just find a gentle forward fold here. Allow your breath to be full. And inhale, make your way back to center. If your legs are crossed, switch the cross on your legs. Bring your hands to your knees. Nice big full inhale, and as you exhale, hinge on over to the right. Gently lean forward, let your head, neck, and shoulders be soft. Inhale up the left side and back to center. We'll do that a few times in this direction with your breath. And next time you find center, pause, and then reverse directions. Move with your breath. Inhale as you find center, and exhale as you fold forward. And as you come back to center, lift your shoulders up to your ears, let them slide down your back. We'll do that a couple of times. Shoulders up and back. And then reverse the direction. So lift your shoulders up to your ears and then round them forward. And let your shoulder blades sort of soften on the back side of your body. Allow your heart to be open. Reach your fingertips down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms up to shoulder height. As you exhale, cross your right arm on top, left arm underneath. Give yourself a hug or a pat on the back. Find your three-dimensional breath. So into your belly, your ribs, up into your heart, and that space between your shoulders. Maybe lower your chin, lower your gaze here. Just allow your breath to fill those areas of tension or tightness. And option two, stay or lengthen through your elbows. Maybe draw your hands together. So maybe your palms connect, maybe the backs of your hands touch. Maybe your arms just become parallel. Wherever you are, find that length in your spine. Find your full breath. Maybe lift your chin and gaze ever so slightly. As you exhale, open your arms out nice and wide, big reverse hug. And we'll switch sides. So cross your left arm on top, right arm underneath. Give yourself a second. Power back. Bring any movement your body needs here. Check in with your breath. Option to stay or lengthen through your elbows and maybe draw your hands together on this side. Find that space between effort and ease. Find that place where you can breathe fully. Once again, inhale, maybe lift your gaze, lift your chin. Exhale, open your arms out nice and wide. Big reverse hug. Let your hands touch down behind you. Bend your elbows. Curl your shoulder blades together. And lift your heart up. And make your way back to center. Shift your knees to one side. Come onto hands and knees. Just allow your knees to check in under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. With the rhythm of your breath, when you're ready, we'll bring some movement. On your inhale, soften your belly, lift your heart and gaze. And as you exhale, round your spine to the sky, gently press your hands away. Draw your gaze towards the belly. Inhale, gently draw your hands towards you, curl your heart. And exhale, reverse that action. Just move through a couple of these with your breath at your pace. And with the next few breaths, just bring the movement, stretch, or direction that your body needs. So there's no right or wrong here. It's just whatever kind of movement your body needs to make to work out any kinks or tension from your body. Just another breath or so. And when you are ready, draw your toes together, widen your knees as much as you'd like, send your hips to your heels, and just allow your upper body to find support on the mat underneath you. Maybe bring your hands underneath your forehead. Allow your breath to be soft. Notice how your three-part breath feels in this session. Find your expansive inhales through your low back, your ribs, up into that space between your shoulder blades. And on your inhale, look between your thumbs, shift your weight forward and then lower all the way down onto your belly. Just let your hands tuck down underneath your shoulders. Draw your elbows close to your body. And as you inhale, press into the tops of your feet. Gently lift your hands and lift your heart. So your gaze goes out just beyond your mat, and as you exhale, gently lower everything down. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach through your feet, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, lower. And one more time. Inhale, lift. And lower down, bring your hands under your forehead. Bend your knees and rock your feet from side to side. And gently release. Bring your feet down to the earth one more time. Hands touch down underneath your shoulders. This time as you inhale, press into your hands and gently curl your heart forward. And exhale, lower down. We'll do that twice more. Root through your feet. Inhale, lift your hands or lift your heart. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, lift. And once again, hands underneath your forehead. And bend your knees, maybe rock your feet from side to side. And gently release. Reach your legs out nice and long, hands touch down underneath your shoulders. Find a bit of strength in your belly, and as you inhale, press up into tabletop position, and then send your hips back, finding your wisdom pose or chart. Just pause here for a breath. One more time, inhale, look between your thumbs. This time, curl your toes underneath. And as you inhale, send your hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog position. Allow your knees to soften here. Create a little bit of space in your hips. Maybe rock your knees or rock your hips from side to side. Nice big full breath in. And look between your hands, bring your feet forward, find your forward fold. Again, allow your knees to soften here. Maybe bring your hands to your elbows, rock out your shoulders, head and lift. And release your hands to your hips. Bend your knees, press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms upward. Nice big full breath in, and as you exhale, hinge on over to the right. And inhale, center, hinge on over to the left. Inhale, center, let your hands touch down behind your head. Gently press your head into your hands, curl your chin upward. Find your full three-dimensional breath in this space. One more nice big full inhale. As you exhale, release. Allow your feet to check in under your hips, your shoulders over your hips, and just find your full breath for a moment. So we'll turn to face the long edge of our mat. So whichever long edge you want to face is totally fine. We'll step our feet out nice and wide. Turn your right toes out to the side. Just bring your hands to your hips and rock your hips out. Let's create a little bit of space. I know I have been sitting way too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then just pause for a moment, let your left hip soften to the side of your mat. As you inhale, spread your arms up to the sky. Exhale, reach through your right fingertips. Create a nice long right side. Put your right hand down, left arm up to the sky. And for just a moment, let your gaze draw down towards your left or your right fingertips. Let your head and neck sort of be heavy here. Just notice how that feels, and then maybe draw your gaze towards your upper fingertips. And find that space maybe in between where you feel most at ease. Just another breath here. And on your inhale, root through your feet, make your way back to center, bend your right knee. Make sure you can see your toes. Bring your left hand to your legs, keep your right arm up to the sky. Maybe your left hand stays on your leg, or maybe it reaches towards your right hip. Just creating a bit of space through our upper body. Nice big full breath in. And exhale back to center. Straighten your right leg, lower your hands. And then switch the direction of your feet. Turn your left toes out. And once again, create a little bit of movement in your hips here. And just pause for a moment. Allow your right hip to soften, creating that space in your left hip. Inhale, reach your arms to shoulder height. Reach through your left fingertips. And lower your left hand down, right arm up to the sky. And maybe look down at your left fingertips. Just let your head and neck be heavy. And then maybe draw your gaze up to your right fingertips. Notice any change in effort, and then find the space somewhere in the middle. Somewhere between effort and ease. Just another full breath here. And on your inhale, root through your feet, reach through your fingertips back to center, and then bend your left knee. Steady breath, steady gaze. Reach through your fingertips. Let your right hand touch down your leg, left arm sweeps up to the sky. Maybe your right hand stays where it is, or maybe it reaches towards your left hand. And inhale back to center. Straighten your leg. Hands down by your sides. Parallel your feet. Let your hands either touch in at your hips, or maybe they clasp behind you. It's totally up to you. Wherever you are, find a sense of even rooting through both feet. We're about to fold forward, so try not to let your weight sit in your heels. Nice big full breath in, find length in your spine, and as you exhale, hinge forward. Let your hands touch down where they will. Maybe it's the ground, maybe it's a chair. Just use a moment here, rock out your hips. Maybe sweep them from side to side, taking one knee at a time. And pause for a moment, find a place of center. Step your right hand just underneath your eyes. Bring your left hand to your hip. This big inhale, open your heart up to the left side. So we're finding a little bit of a twist here. Your left hand may stay on your hip, maybe it reaches up to the sky. Wherever you are, nice big full breath in. And exhale, release. Step your left hand underneath your eyes, bring your right hand to your hip. Find that length in your spine, draw your right shoulder back, finding that space in your upper body. Big full breath, maybe your hand stays, maybe it reaches up to the sky. Nice big full inhale. Exhale, release. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your hips once again. Come all the way to stand. And hop, walk, jump your feet together. And then just pause for a moment here and just notice what you notice. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Then as you exhale, reach them out to shoulder height. Bring your left arm to center. Bring your right arm underneath. So your elbows may cross here. Maybe your left arm or your right hand just touches down underneath. Maybe you find this parallel shape here. Whatever works for you. Find your breath. Find your knees. We'll shift all of our weight into our left leg. Just let your right toes touch down just underneath you. Still breathing. Option to stay, or option to lift your toes and maybe they cross over your left leg. Maybe your toes stay grounded, maybe they lift. Exploring a little bit of balance, allow your breath to be full in this space. Maybe bend your knees, maybe sink your hips back just a little bit. Nice big full inhale, open everything up nice and wide. In reverse arm. And then we'll shift to the other side, right hand to the center, left arm underneath. Maybe your arms hook, maybe they parallel. This is just sort of a mimicry of what we did at the beginning of our practice. So just find that space here. Settle into your breath, shift your weight over to your right foot. Let your left toes touch down. So your left toes may stay rooted here. Maybe they lift. Maybe they cross over your right leg. Maybe your breath remains as full inhales and exhales. Option to bend your knees, option to sink your hips back. One more full breath here. And on your inhale, unwrap and wind open everything up. And exhale, release. Just let your shoulders slide down your back. Full 3-part breath here. And we'll make our way to the short edge of our mat, the bow of your mat for you nautical types. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Nice big full breath in, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, let your hands touch down, walk your feet back, find your downward facing dog shape. And just pause here for a breath or so. Nice big full inhale. As you exhale, lower your knees to the earth. And send your hips back. Find your wisdom pose or child's pose. And inhale, walk your hands towards your body. And swing your legs around to the front. Keep your right leg extended, tuck your left one in. And option to cross it over your right leg. Just allow your sit bones to be even on the ground. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist on over to the left. Right hand to your knee, left hand to your side, just as support, not as a tool in which to pivot, but as support for your spine. As you find that rooting from your sit bones, that length through the back of your head, maybe allow your gaze to draw out over your left shoulder. Maybe bring a little bit of movement here to your head and neck. And on your inhale and twist, reach everything up to the sky. And just bring your right hand to that space between your shoulders and your left hand to the small of your back. And just find a little bit of lift here in your upper body and your chest. And just a big full breath. One more nice big inhale. As you exhale, release your hands, reach your legs out nice and long. Just let your hands stack underneath your elbow or underneath your shoulders. Reach through your feet, big full breath here. And we'll shift to the other side, so draw your right leg in. And an option to cross it over your body. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. And twist on over to the right. Reach through your fingertips and then let your hands soften to your knee or beside you. Allow your breath to be full. Notice how your 3-part breath feels in this space. Bring the movement your body needs to your head and neck, working out any lingering kinks. And just another breath or so. And on your inhale, sweep your arms into the sky. Exhale, let your left hand touch down between your shoulder blades. Your right hand reaches towards the small of your back. Maybe your fingertips touch, maybe they don't. Gently lift your heart, allow your breath to be full here. And exhale, release. Once again, reach both legs out nice and long. Let your hands touch down underneath your shoulders. Big full breath in. And as you exhale, walk your hands towards your toes. Draw your heart towards your toes. And for just a breath, allow everything to soften. On your inhale, walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Walk them back a step or so, curl your shoulder blades together and lift your heart upward. Big full breath in. And exhale, find the center. Bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. As you exhale, make your way all the way down to the mat and onto your backs. And as you get there, I'm just going to dim the lights a little bit in here. As you make your way to your back, hug your knees into your chest. Gently swing your hands around to your hamstrings. Reach your heels up to the sky. And just a few breaths here. Bring movement in your feet and legs that your body moves. And just a few more breaths in this space. And gently release, hug your knees in. Reach your right arm out to the side, big full breath in, and as you exhale, lower your knees to the left. And then bring your gaze out to your right fingertips. Use a moment to shift and adjust, and then give yourself permission to soften into the space. Allow your three-part breath to be gentle and passive, just noticing your breath through your belly, your ribs, and your heart. And just another breath or so. On your inhale, bring everything back to center. Reach your left arm up to the side and lower your knees to the right. Draw your gaze to your left fingertip. Use a moment to shift or adjust as you need to, and then soften into the space. Find the rhythm of your breath, the sensation of the earth underneath you. And on your inhale, bring everything back to center. Just use the next breath or two to bring the movement, stretch, or direction your body needs to best complete your practice today. As you begin to create that movement and settle into your space, all tiny movement. As you begin to arrive, allow your gaze to soften. As your gaze softens, draw in a nice big full inhale. Exhale, sigh it away. Allow your attention and focus to soften just a little bit more. Creating space for you to observe your experience in this moment without any sort of commentary. Just allow your attention and awareness to just be patiently drawn to your breath, the sensation of the earth underneath you. Nowhere to be, nothing to do. Just follow your breath. And just allow yourself to be present in this moment. Just a couple more breaths in this space, in this shape. Without changing anything. With the next few breaths, just check in with your body from head to toe. And just notice what you notice. The same kind of awareness, allow your breath to deepen. Bring some movement to your fingers and toes. Maybe rock your head from side to side. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, lengthen from fingertips to toes. Maybe let go a sigh or a yawn. Gently hug your knees into your chest. Hold gratitude in your heart for your body is perfect as it is, and for this time that you have given yourself today. Gently make your way to a seated position. Allow your hands to touch down into your lap, and maybe the tip of your index and tip of your thumb or fingers connect. So this gesture called Jnana Mudra is a hand gesture or hand posture of connection. And from this space of connection, just notice how your practice resonates in your body. Gently float your hands up to your heart. Palms connect. Or maybe your hands stack on one another. And from this space around your hands and your heart, come into that place of gratitude. And from that place of gratitude, bring to mind one more thing that you are grateful for today. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, palms together. Honor yourself, those around you, and your yoga practice. Exhale, hands to your forehead, that your thoughts may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. To your lips, that your words may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. And to your hearts, that your actions may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a really beautiful rest of your day. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you.